What's going on? It's the Counselor Polly Rob, and welcome to another episode of my Polly Rob podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit the notifications. I appreciate all the support. Really quick before we get into this topic, I got a Patreon now, y'all. I got a Patreon. I finally set it up. I got some exclusives on the Patreon, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you get your membership. I have 3 memberships. I have the yellow dot membership, I have the red dot membership, and I have the black dot membership. There's different tiers, but it's only because I'm actually giving y'all like some real exclusives. I might give y'all some free beats, you know, free opportunities to get your record mixed and mastered. You know what I'm saying? I got my book in there via ebook. I'm going to drop some exclusive content that's not going to be on my YouTube channel. I got a lot of things that I'm going to be talking about, you know what I'm saying, on my Patreon that's not going to be on my original YouTube channel. So make sure you first subscribe here on my YouTube and then go to my Patreon and get a subscription, you know what I'm saying, and pay that little money to get, you know, some exclusives from what I got going. I appreciate y'all showing love, man. We keeping this whole thing rolling. And I got to talk about it, man. I didn't want to talk about it. I don't like covering, you know, crime, court, all that type of stuff. That's not my thing. That's not what I do. But number one, it is an artist, well, 2 artists that's in this case and in this situation. Tory Lanez is locked up. You know what I mean? He just somebody stabbed him 14 times. You know what I'm saying? Get well soon, Tory Lanez. I know Megan has went through it during the trial and everything like that. But I'm not here to talk about the trial. I'm not here to talk about the evidence. I don't want to talk about none of that. So the answer is no. If you're on this video to try to get me to walk down what happened in this whole trial and case, I'm not doing none of that. This is what I want to do. And I don't think anybody's done this before or talked about this before. I want to talk about this situation from a human relationship standpoint. Let me explain. You know, a lot of people talk about the case, talk about who did it, who didn't do it, things like that. And that's fine. That's what you want to do on your channel. Keep up with the trial. Keep up with what's going on with both artists after the trial. You know, I hear that there's new testimony about, you know, Kelsey being the one that was shooting, all that type of stuff. You want to cover that? That's cool. This is what I want to do. I want to talk about this situation from a human relationship perspective. And at the same time, I would love for y'all, as you guys are listening to what I'm saying, if you agree, put it in the comments why. If you disagree, please put it in the comments why. Because I want to have this conversation with y'all from a real human and relationship perspective. One thing is for sure, everybody that's watching this video, if you're of age, you have been through a relationship. You've probably been through several. So you have some type of level of knowledge or expertise on how relationships go. Maybe you're not an expert. I'm not an expert by far. I've made my mistakes, and I've also done great things in relationships. But we all know when something's just not right. When something's not right. So I want to start from the beginning, and I want to talk about the 3 key people, Tori, Kelsey, Megan, and their relationship with each other. Now, everyone knows Megan and Kelsey, at least at the time, were best friends. Best friends. Ride or die. You go where I go. We locked in. We going everywhere together. We getting money together. Best friends. Tory Lanez, successful artist, rapper, singer, songwriter. Megan Thee Stallion, successful rapper, performer, lyricist, everything. Kelsey, if I'm not mistaken, she was some level of assistant or PR or production manager for either Megan's company or some company. But she's the best friend to Megan. Y'all know how women go with their best friend. They gonna lock in together. They locking in. Tori, successful artist. At the time, in the beginning, Tori was the apple of Kelsey's eye. Kelsey and Tori started dating. Kelsey and Tori started dating. They doing what they do. They on point. Intimacy, going out. I don't know if they're keeping it secret or not, but clearly Kelsey was dealing with Tori. Okay? Then, for whatever reason, I don't know if this transition happened or I don't know what was going on, but Tori ends up taking an interest to Megan and Megan taking an interest to Tori. Now, before I get to that point, let me just speak about the man's mental state when you are someone that's a creator and you're dealing with somebody. When you're dealing with somebody, especially if they work in the industry, for your own reasons, and I'm just speaking on men's reasons, especially if you're a star, you want to deal with this person because you like them, you rock with them. But that doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to be your forever, or that doesn't mean that you're going to necessarily go public with that person immediately. I'm pretty sure they had their dealings or whatnot. And I would just say in my case, if I was somebody of high public stature and I'm dating somebody who's also in the industry but don't have that public stature, I would want to keep her reserved. Not really, make this fully public. Like, let's see where this goes. Like eventually, if we're there where we need to be, then for sure, it's all public, it's all real. But at this point, we figuring what's going on. And in Tori's case, he's not cheating on nobody right now. He's not dealing with somebody else while he's dealing with her. Or even if he is, she's okay with it so far. Or there's no signs of her knowing, whatever the case may be. But everything's cool. Everything's cool. Tori started dealing with Kelsey first. That's the one fact that we know. Tori was dealing with Kelsey first. And for a man who's dealing with a particular woman, he feels good about what's going on with them. Everything's great. Everything's cool. Now, let's rewind a little bit, because Kelsey and Megan are best friends. Not like she's my friend and I got a best friend already. No. She's the best friend. She's the best friend. And it was reports that one or two other times, Megan has slept with Kelsey's significant other. She's done it before. I don't know if it was one or two times or three or four. I don't know. I know that in past history, there have been reports that Megan has slept with Kelsey's significant other before Tori. It was an experience that happened already. It already happened. Whatever happened, they got mad at each other, they got over it. They are still best friends to this day. But it happened before. Now, y'all let me know in the comments if what I'm saying at this point is true or not. Before a woman, whether you're a star or not, just a woman, when your best friend sleeps with your significant other and you find out, you're not going to be as open or receptive, even if you forgive her, to even let that slide a second or third time. You women, you tell me in the comments, if your best friend that you love so dearly sleeps with your significant other, how are you moving with her from there on? Are you keeping a close eye out? Are you saying, "Oh, forget it, this is my best friend, I don't care, it's whatever"? What are you doing in that state? Because before Tori, it has happened before. Okay? I'm going to try not to make this long, but I got to talk about it. So then, that has happened before. So now, Megan and Tori show some type of liking to each other. And it seems to me it was behind Kelsey's back, right? It's behind Kelsey's back. Now, Tori and Megan start dealing with each other. Now, keep in mind, even though Kelsey is in the industry and I'm pretty sure she does great work, this is Megan Thee Stallion we talking about right now. And she hot as fish grease. In the music and in the streets, she's on fire. She's on fire. Number one records after number one records after fire records. So, Tory's also doing his thing. He not having no super number one records, but he doing his thing. Now, as a man, let's say if you're a man that wants to deal with someone else, or even if you have this thing where you cheat or you step out of bounds, whatever it is. If you're dealing with somebody and y'all keeping it cool, y'all keeping it cordial or whatnot, and then all of a sudden Megan come through and she take a liking to you, what you about to do? You about to entertain that. Whether you're a good guy or bad guy, if you're a good guy, you don't want to entertain it, you want to stick to the woman that you with, that's cool. But let's say in this case, Tory wants to double dip. He going for Megan. They start dealing with each other. Now, Kelsey, in my opinion, at this time doesn't know this yet, but I'm presuming she got speculations because it's happened before. It's happened before. Now, all of this stuff you can go look up and figure these things out, what I'm saying. So now, Tori's dealing with Meg. Now, in a man's eyes, I can't speak for a woman, but in a man's eyes, when you're dealing with a particular woman, and then you end up dealing with her best friend, this is what's called the daredevil syndrome. He's in daredevil mode. Let me explain what that is. No marvel. The daredevil mode is when an opportunity presents itself in a relationship for you to have your cake and eat it too, especially if it's against the code of somebody's friendship, and you do it anyway, you in daredevil mode. You trying to do the illest, craziest stunt in American history. You trying to take the bike, jump off the ramp, jump over 16 cars, do a somersault backflip, and land in that thing. Tori knew, I'm dealing with Kelsey. Her best friend is Megan. You already know you're not supposed to do that. That's her best friend. But because she's Megan Thee Stallion, because the profile layout will be tremendous, and in Daredevil mode, if you hit Megan, that's a super win. That is a super win for a man. That is a super win. You already winning with Kelsey. Then you start dealing with Meg. That's a super win. Not too many men is going to pass up a super win. I'm sorry. I apologize, women, but not too many men is going to pass up a super win. That's almost like women, and I'm going to give you another example. And I'm not trying to bring his name up because he did anything wrong, but I'm going to bring his name up because of how people feel about this particular artist. Let's say, women, you are who you are. You start dealing with a guy that's in the industry. He might be a producer, he might be an engineer, he might be a manager, whatever. He doing his thing. He making it happen. You start dealing with him, right? And you are who you are. Whatever you are, you're a great businesswoman, you're a millionaire, whatever you own. You start dealing with this guy because you like him. Y'all keeping it cool, y'all keeping it easy. His best friend is Chris Brown. His best friend is Chris Breezy. Chris Breezy start taking a liking to you. Women, I know you have a code. I know you got a code. But this is Chris Brown. You think you not finna figure it out? Because I'm assuming, and y'all let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, I'm assuming that that's a women, that's a bucket list for a woman of a certain age, of course. In a higher age, it might be Denzel, right? But Chris Brown is like, if he start feeling you and you dealing with this manager guy, and you got a chance in your lifetime to date and deal with Chris Brown. I'm sorry. I think your morals gonna be out the window. I'm sorry. It's gonna be out the window. Now let's get back on track. What I'm saying is, Tory Lanez took a chance, a daredevil's chance, to deal with Megan, even though he was dealing with Kelsey and they're best friends. But in a man's eyes, I'm just gotta be honest, in a man's eyes, that is a win. That's a double win. You're dealing with Kelsey, win number one. Dealing with Megan, win number two. You feel me? And if you happen to ever, not saying this happened, but if you happen to ever get them on the same page and deal with them at the same time, that's another win. And I'm talking about these wins because I'm going to get to my point. So, it's a win with Megan, win with Kelsey. I'm assuming Kelsey doesn't know what's going on, right? So now we get to the day at hand. Let's get right to the day at hand. The day they go to the billionaire woman's house. To be honest, I forgot what the woman's name is, and I'm not going to speak ill-advised, but y'all know who house they went to, right? Y'all already know. You follow me? So now they're at this location with this millionaire, some people say billionaire, female figure. Once again, I'm not going to say her name because I forgot her name, and also I feel like if you say her name, people are going to come for you, so I'm not going to say her name. Anyway, Megan is faded. She off the Hennessy, right? Tori is drinking as well, Kelsey, I don't know if she's drinking or not, but I'm assuming she had a cup or two. But Megan for sure is saucy. She's saucy. Now, quick backstory. You can follow this. There have also been reports that Megan, when she drinks, she gets very violent, she talks a lot of trash, and she be belligerent. That is a fact. That's a fact. You got one woman that you're dealing with that, you know, she play her role, do her thing. And then you got another woman who's belligerent, get violent, she be faded. There's videos of her going crazy. You know, it's a lot. All right? Now, they in the pool doing their thing. From what reports say, they in the pool doing their thing. Remember, Tori win with Kelsey, win with Megan. Even though he's probably hiding what's going on, but in a man's eyes, when you got two girls and you dealing with them, it's a win, right? You happy. You happy. You got girls around you. You already hit two of them. You got one more that's showing you love. You in her house having fun. So now the millionaire figure, female figure, she starts feeling Tori. They having conversations. They low-key flirting. She letting it be known that she rock with Tori. From what reports say, Megan didn't like that. Megan start going off and doing her thing. Now keep in mind, as a man, when you sitting there watching this situation, even though you want them to calm down, remember, it's about you. The millionaire female figure is feeling you. You already hit two of the other ones. Megan is the hottest in the world right now, and rapping as a female. She hot as fish grease. Then the other one, Kelsey, she been holding you down. It's a win for you. That's a triple win. And you about to get a super win if you hit this millionaire female figure. Men, hit me in the comments and tell me if what I'm saying is wrong or right. Super wins. So you smiling. Everything get out of hand. They get to the car because Megan is belligerent or whatever. Now, at this point, and I don't know for sure, maybe she knew before, maybe she didn't. But at this point, Kelsey figures out that once again, her best friend is dealing with her significant other, which is Tory Lanez. Once again, she realizes that. I don't know if she realizes that in the moment. I don't know if she realizes that beforehand and it just got to this point because she's doing too much. But at this moment, it's on. It's to that point where she really realizes, oh, you dealing with another one of my men again. So when they get in the car, let me ask you this. Let me ask y'all. And this is, put it in the comments. Let me ask y'all. And this is the reason why I want to have this conversation. At this point, when they get to the car, do you think Tory Lanez is upset to a point where he's going to pull out a gun and shoot somebody? Because win with Kelsey, win with Megan, you almost won with the millionaire. What could he possibly be mad about? Women are fighting over him. If you're a man and you ever had women fighting over you, you're not mad. They're fighting over you. It is a win to have them fight over you, even though it's wrong and you cheating and doing wrong things. In your brain, that's a win. Megan, she's upset because she figured out that this female millionaire figure is pushing up on Tory, and she drunk, so She on her head. Then when she get in the car, she on Tori head. She's angry. Even though she's drunk, she has a right to be angry. Somebody's pushing up on somebody that she deals with, right? Kelsey, she has a right to be angry. Why? Not only is the millionaire female figure pushing up on Tori, but Megan has already dealt with Tori. And that's Megan's best friend. Kelsey should be the utmost upset because what has happened before has happened again, and it was about to happen again with the millionaire female figure. She's the most to be upset. Now, women, tell me what y'all think. If your best friend is dealing with your current dude, and she dealt with your previous dudes before, and then she's drunk and belligerent talking trash, and then there's a millionaire female figure approaching your man again, how mad would you be? How mad would you be? See, when I put this whole situation in perspective and I think about it from a human relationship perspective, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, let's have this argument. I could be wrong. I feel like the only person who would have had a smile on his face until a gun came out was Tori. If you're a man that has ever been in a situation where you have multiple girls fighting over you or just dealing with multiple girls, you are, in my opinion, you are no way in hell angry enough to pull out a weapon on a woman when you've already hit two of them and was about to hit a third one. I don't care how drunk you are. I don't care how much of a person that got anger issues you are. In that moment, you are not angry. So the question that I'm really asking y'all is, who had the real motive to shoot at Megan? Who had the real motive to shoot at Megan? These are the things y'all got to think about. Because these type of scenarios, although they didn't end in a social construct of what would happen, it was rooted in what we all have seen plenty of times. Plenty of times. I want to leave y'all with this. Y'all better be careful with who y'all deal with. You better be careful on how you treat people. And although I may have my thoughts or my reasons or my speculations of what happened, at the end of the day, Tory should have never put himself in that position by being overzealous, by being greedy. Kelsey should have stood up for herself the first time Megan dealt with her man. She should have nipped that shit in the bud then. And last but not least, Megan needs to check herself on how she deals with the people she care about. Because clearly she didn't care about Tori, and clearly she didn't care about her own best friend. The same best friend who walked down with you through your career, who was there to console you when your mom passed away, who was there when you was going through problems with the label. The same best friend who was there through all your ups and downs. You get busy with her man. That's how you repay a best friend who holds you down. Now, I don't know where this situation finna go with these new findings, but I wish everybody well. I wish Tori a speedy recovery. And I wish everybody's souls to be at peace when all this stuff is over. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all feel about the situation, and I'm here to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if I said something wrong or I said something right. But I want to get to the bottom of this natural human being relationship shit, because it's real. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you are a creator. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Workload.